Hello and welcome everybody to the 15th episode of the Founders Forum. Today's episode we'll be talking about the Epstein files. So yeah, let's get into it. So we can start back to 2024 when Trump first promised his release of the Epstein files on day one, which of course did not happen because it was only until December 19th when he released them. So yeah, in 2024, Trump ran his whole campaign like it was a major point to release the Epstein files, and there was a major promise that it would be released on day one, which of course did not happen, which we also expected because we knew he was in the Epstein files, which leads me to the point in where I don't know why everybody acted so surprised when we found out that he was in March or something, right? Yeah, no, February. Yeah, February. We found out that from Pan Bondi that Trump's name appeared in the Epstein files a couple times, right? Which and everybody said, blew up and acted so surprised, but we knew that. They were best friends for over 20 years, or just under 20 years, or something like that. And, Epstein was at Mar-a-Lago, Trump was at Epstein's Island. So we knew they were friends, and we knew that not only did Trump's name, appear in it, but Trump most likely had an involvement in it. And, of course, when Trump, waited forever to release Epstein files, not willingly either, um, it only made him look more guilty. When you wait till the absolute last second to release him, now we know there's got to be something you're trying to hide, right? Because if there wasn't, you would have just released them already. So yeah, till we wait till November where they finally reach an agreement, and you know the Department of Justice has 30 days to release the Epstein files, right? November 19th that was. So of course, as expected, we fast forward to December 19th, Trump's deadline. He waits the whole entire 30 days because so we knew his name was going to pop up, right? So they were going to wait 30 days and use those 30 days to redact every single time where Trump's name popped up. And you can see that now. There's paragraphs on paragraphs that are just lined out in black and entire pages of just black. So, and you can kind of tell like that it is him if you read like the, paragraph and, the name's blacked out. You can kind of tell that it's Trump. And even some of them weren't like blacked out, because they had to be released. And so you could see his name, and yeah. So, and another reason they were saying it was because they had to, meet with all the victims to make sure that they were comfortable with their name, being on it or the files being released in the first place. So, and they're waiting for a DOJ whistleblower to, come out and release information on the Epstein files because we know that Trump did go behind the scenes to meet with the Department of Justice or whatever to redact his name. So, they said they would protect the whistleblower if they just gave us the truth, right? But of course, that hasn't happened yet. Maybe it will, but, I don't think it will. But, yeah, and there's this new thing about Trump and Lake Michigan, right? He did some horrible things to a newborn, apparently, at Lake Michigan. I'm not going to say it because I can't get this video taken down, but, they're two very serious things, so you can go find that some TikTok video or just look for it yourself, I guess. But either way, it was pretty bad. Whether it was true or not, or whether it was Trump, I mean, we kind of know it was, but uh, it's not really looking good for Trump. And again, we know Trump was guilty, but it would have made his situation a little bit, better if he just released it all the way in the beginning. But yeah. And of course, they're saying, did Epstein actually kill himself? Uh, Now I don't really know how to feel about that because listen, Epstein was a pretty connected guy and had dirt on a lot of powerful people in terms of business and politics. Because it's not just Trump; it's Bill Clinton was spotted in many of the pictures. Gavin Newsom actually appeared in one of them too, so he's not so guilty. not so innocent. But yeah, and of course, when they did reach an agreement, Trump had to act as if, he did want the Epstein files to release. But it just didn't make sense because if he actually wanted them to come out, he would have did it the first day, like he said. But yeah, it's not a good situation for Trump, and I think a lot of dirty and damaging stuff is going to come out about him. But and listen, I'll say this because right now I still stand by Trump because nothing has been confirmed yet, at least. But once it has, I'm not gonna support Trump anymore because I can't support someone who's done those things, right? But yeah, that's the situation with the Epstein files. So that's it for today's video, today's episode, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.